Bar Stool Sports. Bar Titus. Brandon Walker. Mostly Sports.
Welcome to Mostly Sports, presented by Jägermeister. I am Mark Titus. He is Brandon Walker. Today is Tuesday, April 15th.
Damn, that's cold.
April the 15th be with you, Connor.
You son of a bitch.
We are live. We are live from Chicago. And we are brought to you by Jägermeister, 56 Botanicals, 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Wherever you're at, if you're hanging with friends or at the bar, maybe you're doing all the sports stuff or just the Mostly Sports stuff, call the shots. Cheers with ice cold Jägermeister. And remember, for the love of God, if you do nothing else today, please remember to check Jägermeister out at barstoolxjagermeister.com. Drink responsibly. Jägermeister, the core, 35% alcohol by volume, imported by Mass Jägermeister U.S. White Plains, New York. What do you want to talk about, Brandon?
Well, I have several topics that we can talk about, but first I'd like to say before you sat down in your chair, I was sitting in mine and everybody was rifling into the studio. One Mostly Sports employee said this: "My glutes hurt. Might be a bad show from me." Now, I would like to give you a multiple choice question.
Glutes, before you do that, glutes are
Your ass muscles.
Your ass muscles.
Your ass muscles.
My ass.
Yes.
My ass has been pounded.
Yes.
What this person
So somebody showed up first thing Tuesday morning after a long Monday and a Monday night, complaining about their glutes hurting.
Yeah.
Now, was it A?
There we go. There's the breakdown. The gluteus maximus, the gluteus medius, gluteus.
Now, this person
Okay,
did not differentiate, did not specify which glute hurt. Just said all my glutes hurt. So I assume the entire ass got a workout.
The entire ass.
Was this A, Connor Griffin,
Okay.
B, Evan Bosenko, or C, TJ Hitchings?
Those are my three choices. Whose ass took a pounding last night?
Whose ass has been pounded? Who has showed up with a pounded
All
ass?
three of them, it would make sense for all three
Right.
of them. All three of them, you look at them, they make a compelling case with their eyes.
For getting ass pounded.
But there's one man giggling more than the rest.
Yeah.
Evo?
Yeah, my glutes hurt.
What?
Well,
Why do they hurt so much you had to say it?
Titus can appreciate this as someone who has back issues and his tight hip flexors. Part of what they prescribe is working on the glutes.
Sure.
Working out the glutes, stretching,
Sure.
doing some yoga.
Sure.
And I maybe went a little too hard yesterday on the glutes.
On the workout.
On the workout.
Okay.
yeah.
Too much of a
Yeah.
pounding on your
Yeah.
ass.
Yes.
Yeah.
Too much up
Your
and down.
trainer that was working with you.
Yes.
Yeah, Todd.
Yeah, Todd.
Yeah. There was a lot of
Todd had his way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of isolation involved.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, my glutes hurt like a motherfucker today. So,
So it might be a bad show from you.
yeah.
Good for you, man.
Yeah. Thanks,
Happy
guys.
for you, though.
Yeah, I mean,
Yesterday, while they were getting the workout, they probably felt great.
Yeah. I mean, I might as well be transparent about it.
You
I
seem
mean,
to be in a
you guys
good
are
mood.
You guys are family, so I should tell my family how it feels,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'm not hiding from you guys.
Feels like it has picked your spirits up tremendously.
Mhm.
Connor, how are your ass muscles?
They're great. Maybe the best they've ever been.
You guys matching on purpose?
Yeah, we keep doing that. This is not a thing where we're.
Well, it
trying.
kind of is.
I don't
though.
think Brandon and I have matched one time
Ever.
We never even come.
I don't think
close
we
to
ever
matching.
will.
Yeah,
It,
and you guys do it all the time.
I
What's
think
that about?
What color shirt you have under there?
this is white underneath.
Oh, okay, I have a green shirt, so we're good.
Okay.
But that's underneath. That doesn't count. You're both wearing some sort of pewter or charcoal on top.
I just think we're two fashionable guys. Ebo much more fashionable than me, but I'm trying to get there.
But you don't believe that. You just said it to be humble.
Yeah.
No, I absolutely believe
self-deprecating.
that.
You do not believe he's more fashionable than you.
He's been in the game longer than I have when it comes to
Just being alive? Is that what you mean?
well, that.
Is that your way of just saying he's older?
No. But also, I dressed like a child until like 3 months ago. So.
You're dressed like a child now.
No, I'm not, dude.
I'm wearing joggers with.
You're wearing cargo
nice.
pants and a hoodie.
You haven't moved into some mature.
First of all, fuck you guys. Right in the fucking face.
We know how we dress. There's nothing you can say to us.
this is not a childish look at all. This is
You're wearing a hoodie.
Listen,
foundational on foundational.
we're not here to tell you that we dress like the most sophisticated men.
This
but
is
we're
from
also
Abercrombie.
So what?
What's that? It's for children's. I'd go there in 8th grade.
Teenager shop there.
Yeah, for my birthday, my mom might pick me up something from Abercrombie.
Abercrombie, Gap pants, whatever.
Yeah.
You're just dressed from a mall.
Ebo, did you wear your Gap pants last night?
We have fun here, don't we?
Oh shit, man.
All right, you ready? I have 3 stories, all of the same importance / non-importance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pick one at random. Do you know who Wiley Ballard is?
Wiley
Ballard.
Wiley Ballard. No,
Yes.
do not know Wiley Ballard. I know Wiley Coyote.
Uh-huh.
That's about it. That's the only Wiley I know.
All right. So Wiley Ballard is a sideline reporter for the Atlanta Braves.
Okay.
And the Atlanta Braves broadcast. And last night he did a sideline report, which isn't a sideline report in baseball. Do we still call them sideline reporters in baseball? What do we call them?
Yeah, right. You're on the line. There are lines on the field.
Right, but
You're on the side. You're on the side of those lines.
On-field reporter.
On-field reporter, but they're not on the field, mostly. What do we call a sideline reporter for Major League Baseball?
Field reporter.
A field reporter.
What is Taylor McGregor's official job on Chicago
Mostly
Sports Network?
Mostly sports correspondent.
Yeah.
And
sports correspondent.
Wake Up Mincy co-host. Is that show just done, by the way?
Wake Up Mincy?
I don't know that I've seen one happen.
I wouldn't know, man.
Yeah. I'm actually waking up in this couch every day when he's doing it. So Wiley Ballard is the field reporter for the Atlanta Braves. Last night he was in the field, and he was playing the field.
Oh. Field reporter.
Oh, it's okay. So Taylor McGregor is a field reporter. All right. Do you? I didn't tell you about this, but I assumed it was in the group chat because it was everywhere last night, so I didn't look. Was it in the group chat, by the way, boys? Wiley Ballard? No.
Why didn't you guys send it to the group chat?
This was everywhere.
Connor was sending some dumb shit.
You were sending some stupid ass
that
shit.
we'll talk about later, but like,
I
why
turned
did you
my
not
phone
send
off at 7 because of you, Connor.
So Brandon, I don't know the story. Brandon deems it worthy of opening the show, so it must be a pretty big story, and you didn't even send it to the group chat.
No, because
All right.
okay.
TJ, maybe
There was other stuff going on.
maybe you found it by now. He goes out in the field and he hopefully does this. I'm going to say he does this. Oh,
Awesome.
yeah.
Happy for the guy. What was the initial reason for talking to them?
I think just going out.
What was the interview? The interview itself was like,
I think it was just saying, hey, go up to that place we got and make sure people know we got that place where you can just stand and drink.
okay.
And so he did that, and he went out there, and he obviously chose the 2 young women, and he acted like, the broadcast just made a very
slight
slight, like, hey, Riley, all right, you can hear us, but maybe over the next 5 innings or something, get their number or something. Wouldn't that be funny? Ball 3 outside. And then he just goes right to work.
He got pushed by one little finger and did a cannonball into the pool. He's like, I got pushed into the pool. There's nothing I can do.
What do you want me to do?
That's awesome.
So
That's
Connor, that should have made the group chat.
That's pretty good.
That's classic group chat material.
That's group chat shit.
There was. I'll get into it later. There was a reason I did not send, but yeah.
This is the time to get into it.
Well, now wait a minute.
Connor is.
Are you woke to it?
There's a big think piece crowd on this one.
Okay.
Oh no.
So all
you in
right,
the think piece crowd?
let me stop.
No,
Let me stop everybody there. There's already this being a fun clip.
Yeah.
This being a silly clip. This being a reporter does this. Oh, isn't that amusing? We have lost that part of the American psyche. Now it is all about. He did this because he's a man. He's a misogynist or something like that. And what if it was a woman reporter? And there's all these think pieces. Correct?
Yeah.
Is that so?
Richard Dawson used to look men in the eyes, deep into their soul, step one to his left and start sucking their wife's face.
Yeah, and we were fine.
Yeah.
We were absolutely fine with it.
He would fuck your wife right in front of you on national television.
Right in front of you.
Yeah.
And we were landing on the moon back then.
And we were cheering them on.
We goddamn it, we were a country. Now we're sending Katy Perry to space for 5 seconds and fucking you can't even get a woman's number on television. Crazy how times are.
No, but is that why you're laying off? Because of the Association of Women's Broadcasters?
No, that wasn't why. There was another reason, but it's just that.
Is that your old girlfriend? What is the reason?
No.
This woman
Connor,
bully you? Is this your bully?
Connor, you have to.
Oh yeah.
It's because of the other sports book that gets mentioned in the.
Thank you. That's.
Oh, pish posh.
I love
We're just
draft.
talking about a reporter.
It's like unavoidable.
We're just talking about a reporter. We're not talking about.
Okay.
Shit.
Yeah, no, it's a funny clip. But yeah, it was also everywhere, and I figured you guys would have already seen it. So that's why I didn't send. But on top of that, it was also that. But I enjoyed it. Good for that guy.
I think we can talk about things that happen in sports.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Good job not calling attention to it. Right. Bringing the show to a grinding halt.
Well, that's.
How would you go about this, Connor, if you were in his position? Like, would you let it roll
Connor,
off?
I'll just go ahead and tell you right now, at some point during the Mostly Sports lifespan, you will have to get a girl's number.
We should dispatch Connor to Wrigleyville with just a Mostly Sports. By the way,
Dude, that would.
can we get little flags? Can we get little flags?
The
for
mic flags?
For the mic?
Yeah, we
Mostly
should.
Sports mic flag.
It feels like that's a big step towards an Emmy. We need to have mics
and then
without flags on it.
send you out to Wrigleyville.
I got a guy.
There is like a significant amount of authority just having that little box on the mic
Oh yeah.
makes. Like if you're out in the wild, like with just that microphone, no one's gonna think
It's
anything
true,
of it.
yeah.
But if you have the little box on, what is it? It's a flag.
It's called a flag. Yeah.
Yeah, it's called a flag.
Mic flag.
Come on, Ebo, get in the business, man.
I'm not a pro.
Yeah.
It would be way too easy going to Wrigleyville with a microphone and a camera and try. It would way too easy. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah. Just get a mic flag and. You think you could suck face? You think you could?
That
suck
is the
face in
next step.
Wrigleyville?
If I
Mic
want,
flag?
if
just
I,
like if you want, just hypothetically, we're just talking.
if I wanted
hypothetically.
to, easily.
There's no doubt in your mind you could suck face in Wrigleyville.
There's.
You could
no
go from
question.
you could go from holding a mic to hello to sucking face in 20 minutes.
Yeah, Wrigleyville is like where I go to find. That's where I go to find peace. I love Wrigleyville.
Spell peace for me. What kind of peace we talking?
Ebo, you think you could suck face at Wrigleyville?
I mean, that seems like the easiest place to farm for like one of those like brain rot kiss or slap videos.
Yeah.
You ever seen one of those, Brandon?
No.
Or like the Who's Your Hall Pass.
Yeah, it's like a college kid will go up to a bunch of college girls that
I've seen
drunk
those,
outside the bar and just be like kiss or slap.
Who's the one hall pass that we laugh about all the time?
Oh, the
hall
Lindy
Waters.
Lindy Waters the third. Yeah.
That's right, Lindy Waters.
Also, none of our 50-pointer guys hit. That just reminded me. None of our random 50-pointer guys hit. But
oh yeah, we picked. That's right.
I think Bull had like 40 the other night too.
We picked guys at the. Brandon forgets.
I don't ever
Forgets
remember
what we
anything.
talked about last show.
I don't remember anything we ever talk about. We picked a random 50 guys?
We picked at the start of the NBA season. We all picked like a guy we deemed as random who would score 50 points in a game.
Well, who hit the highest number?
I think
I don't even remember who I picked.
Kyle Filipowski had like a 42-point game this past week. Did you know about that?
No. Who did we pick? Do you have that?
I had Grady
somewhere?
Dick.
Why? Why'd you have Grady Dick?
I don't know. I think someone had Trey Murphy, maybe.
Did we only do white guys?
I don't know.
Wait, is Trey Murphy a white
Trey
guy?
Murphy's not a white.
No, he's not. Who's the Murphy?
You know what? It's really funny. Is I remember this now when we said whoever picked Trey Murphy, you did the exact same thing where you thought it was Troy Murphy.
Oh, Troy Murphy. Yeah,
or
yeah,
Notre
yeah,
Dame
yeah,
back in the day. Yeah.
Let's see. Pat Connaughton had 43 the other night.
Was that mine?
Jaime Jaquez had 41. It's just like that, when you get to that point in the season, just like the most random dudes are dropping 35, 10, and 10. You're like, this is fake.
But nobody wrote down the guys that we picked.
No.
right.
It's a good segment.
Yeah. So you have all the guys who have scored a lot, and none of them really correspond to our list at all.
So you don't know for sure whether one of our guys hit or not.
You don't.
Well, I don't think anyone scored 50.
Nobody scored 50.
Except for like
nobody in the NBA scored
except
50.
for like the Stephs of the world.
What if I picked Steph?
No, the thing was to pick the most random.
It did feel like we didn't have that many 50-point scores this year.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it last year where everybody scored 50?
Everybody was scoring 70 last year. So nothing really.
What happened? Was the ball juiced last year?
Maybe.
Not as juiced this year?
Double rims.
What are the playing games tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, two of them are.
Wow.
The Hawks and the Magic and the Grizzlies and the Warriors are tonight.
We like the play-in. I mean, I like more basketball. That's cool, but
I think it's something that people will talk about 3 days out of the year, and as soon as the play-ins are over, we just have the normal format, and it's much ado about nothing, really.
Yeah.
Although if the Warriors were to lose, they're not going to. If the Warriors were to lose twice and miss the playoffs, that would be a story.
They suck in the play-in, right? Hasn't that been their thing recently?
Yeah, they lost when Draymond took the last second shot in 2022, right, or something like that, and they lost, and everyone was clowning him. But
you could have told me the play-in started last year, and I would have believed you. I don't really know how long we've had the play-in. I don't retain information about the play-in.
Remind me, is this the play-in for the playoffs or for the next year's in-season tournament?
It's for next year's in-season tournament.
It does feel like it's pretty unnecessary this year when you have your 9 and 10s are up.
I like the idea of a mechanism for a play-in if it's the waters are muddy a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of teams in range. But this year, what are we doing? We don't need the play-in.
I think the winner tonight gets a playoff berth and a top 10 pick in next year's WNBA draft.
Wow.
Which is huge for the city.
The stakes have never been higher.
Huge for the city. Of course, that's the Hawks and the Magic.
Mm-hmm.
The Magic have not had WNBA team since the Orlando Miracle.
That's right.
I don't know if anybody ever played for the Orlando Miracle.
There's no way of knowing. There's just no way of knowing. The WNBA, I don't think we planned on talking about it this quickly, but you just brought up the WNBA.
I did.
Draft was last night.
Well, I have a second topic that I have to get to.
Okay, all right. We'll put a pin in the WNBA draft.
Again, I had 3 topics. None are important. None matter. All interesting. And
I also have, for what it's worth, a handful of topics. And here's a little teaser. I'm pissed off.
Are you?
One of them, I'm just flat out pissed off.
You're pissed off.
I'm pissed off. So we'll get to that later. But
you want to do your pissed off?
No, because I'm gonna be. I'm gonna get really fucking pissed off.
Okay. Number 2, the Colorado Buffaloes are retiring the numbers of Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter. That's number 2 and number 12. Yeah.
Yep.
Number 2 and number 12. They will be retiring the jerseys this Saturday, April 19th, Black and Gold Day, at Folsom Field. Colorado, of course, honoring the Heisman Trophy winner and the quarterback that led them to a 13-12 record over the last 2 seasons. My take about this is simple. Just go ahead and rename it to the University of Deion Sanders and be done with it. Because that's where we are right now, right? Why on earth? And is it a silly thing to get mad at? Yeah, but it's sports. If you're not going to get mad at silly things, why the fuck are you following it?
Right.
And it's just a wild move. A 2-year quarterback who led them to 1 bowl, which they lost, I think.
I thought I was getting ball sacked when I saw this. Travis Hunter makes sense.
Won the Heisman. Yeah.
I also feel like I'm a guy who, as you know, with Hall of Fames and with retired jerseys and all that, I'm in general actually retired jerseys. I'm not. I think no jersey should ever be retired,
especially in college football.
Yeah, you need numbers.
You got a lot of guys coming through.
Yeah, we talked about that before. The Yankees have a problem. 200 years from now, there's just simply going to be no numbers left for the Yankees. But if you're going to retire a jersey, certainly you wait a little bit of time. Not even just for basically just take a deep breath and let, when you bring Travis Hunter back to campus to retire his jersey, everybody gets to relive those memories. And I think that's the reason you wait. Not a lot of people will say wait just to make sure that he has a decent NFL career or make sure, he doesn't tweet something bad in the next few years, whatever. I just think you wait because it makes the ceremony more fun to bring back a guy who used to play here and now he's back, and it's let's just do a big Travis Hunter week. But anyway, makes sense that you retire his jersey. I think I would have waited 5 to 10 years, but if you're gonna retire, fuck it, just retire Travis Hunter's. Shedeur Sanders makes no goddamn sense, Brandon.
None.
No goddamn sense. And beyond just the initial, we're putting out this graphic that we're retiring a guy's jersey that wasn't even that good. It makes no sense for this reason. The first time I went to Folsom Field, which was 3 or 4 years ago, I'm getting a tour of the place. Beautiful facility. Sure. Great football stadium. Beautiful campus. All of it's great. As I'm walking around, I'm looking at the rings of honor, the fucking the shit they got. You've been in a football stadium, I assume. Yeah. They put some shit up, right? And I'm looking around, and there's a little thing to Rashaan Salam.
Wow, yeah, 1994 Heisman Trophy winner.
Makes total sense that he would be up there.
R.I.P.
I don't know that guy, but he was probably pretty good. There's something for this team over here. So national champions.
Yep.
The one year they won. Where's Is Cordell Stewart just not?
Yeah.
Not just in it. It's Cordell. Huh. So I started looking a little closer, and I'm like, where's is there no Cordell Stewart? Where's Cordell Stewart?
Yeah.
So I start tapping guys on the shoulder. I'm like, you got did Cordell Stewart like murder his family? Like, why is this Cordell Stewart? Or is Cordell Stewart? And I just kept saying that. I kept walking around Cordell Stewart, and they looked at me like I was crazy, Brandon. And I walked away on that day saying, there just must be an insane standard at Colorado.
It must be really tough.
It must be like you have to just basically. I mean, Cordell Stewart he wasn't first team All-American, was he? But he was
close.
second. He was close.
Yeah.
Had a hell of a year.
That's one of the most memorable plays in the history of college football.
So then I look back on it, and I was like, maybe Cordell Stewart, maybe he, again, I'm not privy to what he does in his personal life, so maybe did he commit crimes that I don't know about?
I don't think so.
And I've been fired up about this for a long time. I finally got over it. So I think last May, somewhere around last May, I got over it. And now I'm pissed off again. This isn't even the thing that I was pissed off about. This isn't even the pissed off part. But now that I'm hearing myself talk, I'm pissed off on Cordell Stewart's behalf. How is Cordell Stewart nowhere to be? You go to Folsom Field right now, no knowledge that Cordell Stewart ever played there. And to me, he would probably, even above Rashawn Salam, who won the Heisman, I understand was the better player. If you asked me to name Colorado football players, he's the one that comes to mind first for me. And how is he not anywhere? But Shedeur Sanders is getting his jersey retired. I don't like it. It stinks to high hell.
Let me ask you a question. 12 years from now, okay, we're both retired and living on yachts because of, my God,
right.
Look at us.
Yeah.
12 years from now, the Deion Sanders era at Colorado has been done for 7 years, okay? Mm-hmm. It's he won some games, he lost some games, he made some controversial statements. He had another kid who played whatever. But he's been gone for 7 years. What is the % chance Colorado unretires Shedeur Sanders' jersey?
I have to think pretty high, right?
I
have to think.
I think it's high. I think this is a Deion Sanders. This is either a Deion Sanders saying retire this jersey, or it's them saying we're going to retire your son's jersey to keep you happy.
Yeah.
And I'm more leaning towards it's Deion Sanders saying we're retiring this jersey.
Yeah. How would you go about doing this though? You have to do it in just the dark of night.
I don't even think you would.
Or you just do it. You just fucking do it.
Because the chances of Deion's tenure at Colorado ending in bad circumstances, or them being mad at each other, or Deion being mad at Colorado, or Colorado being mad at Deion. I mean, they're not low. Right. They're not low. So I think this could be an unretired jersey in a few years. Mm-hmm. And I
agree with you.
I think it's absolutely. This is absurd. Shedeur Sanders is a good, solid quarterback. And I think being Deion Sanders' son has afforded him a lot of luxuries in this life. Mm-hmm. I think it's also hurting him a ton.
What if Shedeur, though, just hypothetically here, don't take this as me arguing it'll happen. We're just fleshing it out here. What if Shedeur gets to the NFL and just kills it, and he's just he's a Jaden Daniels type, and he's just fucking electric.
Well, that might change everything.
Right out of the gate, you're just like, holy shit.
Did you see he's not invited to the draft?
I did, yeah. I understand. I know. I'm not arguing it's going to happen, but you know.
Yeah, what if?
There are guys that don't get drafted high. There are guys that slide that then end up being great players. What if
Jalen Hurts?
Yeah.
For example. Second rounder, third rounder?
Second rounder.
Second rounder, yeah.
What if he kills it in the NFL? Then
I think you justify it.
Then you justify it. So, but even then, people will look back and be like, did you know that Shedeur Sanders, in 20 years, people will be like, do you know Shedeur Sanders kind of actually wasn't that good at Colorado? He was actually.
It's a wild.
I will say, I think, I'm not speaking on behalf of every single Colorado Buffaloes fan, but I think in general, the fan base probably does not give a shit. I think they are fully drinking the Kool-Aid, and they're fine with it right now. I do think that there will probably be a moment where they'll wake up and it'll be after Deion's moved on and all that, and they'll just be like, yeah, that was weird that we kind of let that happen. But I think right now they're just like, this is cool. I love that, once again, it is the smack dab in the middle of the college football offseason, and guys like you and I are sitting down talking about Colorado football, and I think that they care about that.
But we're not talking about it in a good way.
I know.
Okay,
but they're just just to be able to turn on a show like this and hear them talking Colorado football, man, that feels good. Because for a long time, no one gave a fuck about us. But I'm with you that when Deion moves on, I think you have to do it secretly, though. I don't think you could put out a press release. I think you just have to deny it. I think you have to just send a maintenance guy
it never happened.
Take it off, and then someone's going to ask you about it. Someone's going to ask the AD.
Shedeur Sanders?
What are you talking about? the what? Huh?
I would like to take this opportunity and I've talked with Mark. I've talked with the boy. Well, actually, just Mark, because we're the only ones that matter. I've talked to Mark this morning, and I would like to announce that we are retiring the first jersey in Mostly Sports history.
Wow.
It will hang on the walls of this room forever, probably behind me. We are retiring the jersey of Tommy Walker. And he is a Mostly Sports legend. I believe he had 3 Tommy Walker minutes in the first couple of weeks of the show. We thought that was going to be a segment, and then I just got tired of doing it. So Tommy Walker retired in the annals of Mostly Sports history.
Wow. Well deserved.
Thank you very much.
Well deserved.
Thank you. I will speak on behalf of Mostly Sports and Tommy. I think it's awesome, and I appreciate you guys for allowing us to do that.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, you look at his record, not great.
No, it wasn't great.
He did.
How long did he play for?
He did have a pretty high completion percentage. I don't know how much you want to value that. He took
He was up and down. Sure.
Took a lot of sacks, but no, wait a second. Maybe I'm thinking of the Couch Boys on that one.
Oh, boys.
Shit.
Connor, thoughts about anything?
I love Tommy, and I hope to see him soon.
You probably will.
All right, cool.
Oh, in fact, I know you will, because this is an actual announcement. I don't know what I'm going to do next week, but my wife and daughter are out of town. So I got the boys.
Oh, you just have to bring him in.
I think I'm gonna miss probably Monday and Friday, but then the other 3 days I'll just have to. I think I'll have them with me.
Huh. All right.
Or I'll be late because I have to take them to school. They're not out of school, so I have to take them to school.
All right.
So we got to figure all. Anyway, it's me and the boys next week.
All right.
Do y'all all want to take one? All want to take one home?
Yeah.
Take one home.
Ebo, you take the youngest one. Connor, you can take the middle one. You take Tommy. And I'll go home by myself.
You said the middle one's the best one, right?
Middle one's the best one. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. We'll bro it up in my studio apartment.
Yeah. The middle one will cook dinner.
All right. Cool.
The middle one baked my birthday cake.
You think you could handle a Big Daddy situation?
Yeah.
Come on.
I think Connor could. Ebo couldn't. Ebo would put the kid up for adoption.
Ebo.
No, I mean I would just give it the switch. I was just not that. Oh my god.
What?
Adrian Peterson.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't even pick up.
Nintendo Switch.
Oh.
Ebo, we're from the South. It didn't bother me
Okay,
at all.
Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch. I'm not gonna hit your kids. Nintendo Switch.
Did y'all have to deal with Switches as a kid?
No.
Did you're probably still on Switch generation, right?
I was on
Belt.
I was
Belt?
on. Yeah. It wasn't. It was like Yardstick, I think.
Yeah.
I think it was Yard, and 99.9% of the time it was like
Just a threat.
Just a threat. It was go get it, and then you get it, and then
Then nothing happened.
you just
Soap in the mouth.
beg and plead. We were a big soap in the mouth family. Yeah. So
Never had soap in the mouth.
Yeah.
No, I never had. I got the belt and the Switch.
Well, your mother is she'll curse like a sailor.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
not? Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think that would be
Yeah, she's done
That would be-
hard prison time.
that would be my parents were no swear words.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Good, solid Midwestern folk.
And then I said, "You should kiss my butt, Dad."
Uh-oh.
And then he was like, "Go get the Switch."
And you went and got it, and y'all
Go
played.
get the Switch. I don't know
Y'all
what
played Zelda the rest.
Yeah,
of the
we
night.
played Zelda. What's the a Switch was just a
It's just
like what is actually a
the
switch?
end of a branch off a tree.
just a branch.
Stick
It's
off
a
tree,
branch. Yeah. All right. Good stuff.
Do you call your mom every day, or just on special occasions, or once in a blue moon? Steven Singer Jewelers wants to help you tell all the moms in your life. Well, just one mom, I guess. Tell the moms in your life every single day how appreciated they are. He's introducing his brand new limited edition 24-karat gold dip Blue Moon Rose for Mother's Day. Skip flowers that die in a week. Steven Singer Jewelers Gold Dip Rose are real roses dipped in 24-karat gold that are guaranteed to last a lifetime. Give her something she can look at and remember how loved she is all year long. Picture a brilliantly bright blue rose with diamond-like sparkles. This forever gift of a real long-stem 24-karat gold dip rose has Steven's full lifetime guarantee. It comes to you in an impressive gift box and your own personalized Mother's Day note. Are those the impressive gift boxes right there?
Look at those.
Indeed.
Look at those.
Order now exclusively at IHateStevenSinger.com. Hurry, because these will not be restocked and supply is limited. Shipping is always complimentary. That means free. Nothing says I love you like a real, authentic Steven Singer 24-karat gold dip rose that lasts forever. Only available from Steven Singer Jewelers in Philly or online at IHateStevenSinger.com.
Now that's a rose that won't finish second at the Masters.
Yeah, that's a rose that's going to avoid the playoff.
Now that's what I call
That's a Rose that won't win the MVP early and then have his career derailed to injury concerns.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
One more.
That's
That's a Rose that'll knock out Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
That's a Rose that won't gamble on sports
and get
as he's coaching the team.
Humiliated, yeah.
And have that.
That's a Rose that won't get. I've lost it.
What were you going for?
I was going Rose Tico from Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
Why?
Why?
It didn't work out.
Jalen's right there.
Yeah, there's also that one. Yeah. I forgot about that.
A lot of roses.
There are.
More roses than you'd think.
More roses than you'd think.
Are those the only Flower last name?
Flowers,
I guess, but there's not many.
Flowers.
We didn't talk about it during the March Madness. Jalen Rose on CBS was jarring for me. I don't know what it was.
What was he jarring?
Just like seeing him on the desk, I was like, "Wait, what's that? What's the polar?"
What do you mean? How do you mean by that?
I don't know. It's just like he was on. He was just like a central part of ESPN for like my entire life, and then I just
Daisy.
And it was very obvious that he hadn't watched 1 second of college basketball.
There's nobody called Johnny Tulip.
Yeah,
he called Michigan Rutgers, so I saw him in the regular season, and guess if he was biased or not towards Michigan. He was
a little, yeah. I thought when you were saying that he called Michigan Rutgers, which was,
I thought so too. I thought
he was on the call for that.
I thought he was saying when I played at Rutgers.
Yeah, I thought he was really confused. Lily's a last name that is a flower.
Ted Lilly.
Yeah, there you go.
Eli Lilly.
That's too many L's.
The pharmaceutical company.
Yeah, it's where Brad Stevens worked before he got into coaching.
Really?
Look that up.
At Lilly?
You just told me. Why would I look it up?
Look it up.
My third topic that doesn't matter, but I think is funny, is that we found out last night that Ohio State head coach Ryan Day's wife is a liar. Is a dirty liar. She lies through her teeth. So whatever she has ever said,
matter of perspective, or she's a ride or die. You know, get you a woman that will this woman defend you to the grave.
And somebody help me out. Was she doing an interview with somebody? How did this come up?
She tweeted it.
No, she just quote tweeted.
Okay, all right.
Travis.
We've been working on this beard story for years, and she just tweeted it?
She just tweeted it out. She misspelled died.
So, right, maybe she didn't.
Maybe she didn't. Maybe she purposely spelled it that way.
Because his beard hasn't died.
Plausible deniability, yeah.
I have known Ryan my entire life, and he has never once dyed his beard.
Hold on, what?
Move on to the next narrative. How have they? Did they?
Hold on, yeah. Forget the beard.
Did they know each
other
other in the hospital? Did they know each other when they were one?
Are they related?
Are they brother and sister?
I need to know if my head football coach is related to his wife.
Yeah, find out.
By blood.
How long? How old is she and how old is he? There's some inconsistencies here that they've known each other their whole life. But let's say she's right and they have known each other their whole life. She has never once seen him dye his beard. Is that what she said, or he's never done it? Did she say I've never seen him do it, or he's never?
Yeah, hold on, and he has.
No.
He's never done it. Yeah, because seeing him do it, you're right, Brandon. That would be
plausible deniability.
A lot of
the wiggle
probably
room.
A lot of things he's done that you haven't seen.
Give me just Google image search Ryan Day. That's all I want you to do, and we can look at the entire page. Yes.
What do you got, Connor?
More info on their marriage and when they met each other. Yeah, here it is. T-ball. They were on the same T-ball team.
The altar. Okay.
She was 7. He was 6.
Wow. So.
Okay. Well, that's a pretty cool story.
Yeah, just a small town love story.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it is?
Again, not their whole life, but.
She rounded up a little bit.
Yeah.
Not.
TJ, just give me any picture.
It would be funny if she was
Day.
like, I've known him my whole life, and he has not dyed his beard since we were 8 years old. He used to do it. Yeah. He used to do it in junior high, but he stopped.
And again, we're saying, she's saying that he does not dye his hair or beard.
Okay, now, I understand.
How old is he? How old a man is
he? Like almost 50?
47?
47-ish? 48-ish?
Well, I don't know anybody who's like around 46 or 47, and I don't know if they need to dye their beard.
You should dye your beard jet black.
And then just say you don't. Just
I've never. What are you talking about? I've never.
Okay, I will. This is going to come across as me defending him. It's just, I just want to have a conversation. We're just having a conversation.
All right. Okay. All right.
There aren't really any pictures of it going slightly gray, are there? Like, wouldn't you think that at some point, like a couple grays would pop through?
I mean, but
and then you'd have to go home and
But
dye
Mark,
them?
is he a medical marvel? Is he? You're 47 years old. You've got at least 3 gray hairs on your body somewhere.
For the record, I completely agree. He dyes his beard.
Okay, all
I
right.
completely agree. I'm just trying to I'm just having a conversation.
All right, okay.
We're just talking
the
it out.
conversation sounds awful lot like you're defending
But
him.
pull up the pictures. I mean, wouldn't you see like a few cracks here and there through the years? And if it's just
Okay,
okay, like wouldn't the dye like wouldn't there? Be,
I thought there might have been. Oh, what?
Wouldn't
that
there
one
be
up top.
like? Wouldn't there be like one stretch?
Let me get in there. Bring that one up.
Wouldn't the like maybe the dye he usually uses he runs out and he's got to go to a different dye and the color's slightly off because it does look pretty consistent. Are there grays? Okay, all right, we got grays. Zoom in. Enhance.
There's a spot there. Yeah.
Enhance. All right, enhance. That's all I needed. Died.
Done. We're done.
Died.
We have called it.
Ohio State alumni says Ryan Day should die.
If it doesn't, what would Johnny Cochran say in a moment like this?
If it isn't gray, go away. If it doesn't,
if it is gray,
if it is what? If it is gray,
well, we found a picture of him having gray hair.
Okay,
which means he does die.
He does die.
If the day is gray. If the beard,
Connor, you've been in this case. What would Johnny Cochran say?
If the beard
is weird,
it doesn't have to rhyme with the first part.
If the beard,
if
the glove
doesn't fit, you must have quit. That's what he said.
If the glove doesn't fit, you must have quit.
Only has to rhyme once.
If the glove is love,
right?
Something like that. It was just if the glove doesn't fit.
If the beard is weird, be feared.
No, stop! You're rhyming too much.
It's not.
If the beard doesn't fit,
it's not a slam poetry. It's just one rhyme.
Beard.
Cynthia.
Go the fuck away. Cynthia.
Jesus died for our Cynthias.
It's good shit, man. Have you exhausted your?
Those were my 3.
Right,
yeah,
I'm gonna tell the people about sport clips, and then I'm gonna talk about a couple things that I need to get off my chest.
Okay, all right.
Only one of them I'm pissed off about, but you know what? I can get pissed off about all of them if you really want me to. But first, I want to tell the people about Sport Clips. Sport Clips isn't just where you get a haircut; it's your playbook for looking fresh. Walk in, catch the game, and sit back while the pros in men's hair handle the rest. And when you're done, walk out feeling like you're ready to take on anything. No hassle, no surprises, just a solid cut every time. It's simple, it's easy, and it's made for guys who want to feel like they've got the home field advantage. And if you want to track your real-time wait times, download the app and check in online. Sport Clips, the haircut experience dialed in for guys. It's a game changer. Do you want me to get pissed off, or do you want me to?
This is your segment, man.
Fuck it, I'm gonna get pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get pissed off, and Ebo, I'm gonna need you to help me with this. I don't know if you're gonna make me more pissed off, or if you're gonna talk me off the ledge.
Is it about getting your ass pounded? Why do you need Ebo?
I'm a Cubs fan, as you know, Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Chicago Cubs, but I'm also a college basketball fan.
Sure.
And for most of my life, that worked out perfectly, where the Final Four would take place, and then sometime around then, opening day would happen, and it'd be a nice, smooth transition into baseball season. Somewhere along the line, I think both parties got a little greedy, and the Final Four, the NCAA said, let's push the Final Four back a little.
We're going to take
MLB
April.
was like, why don't we push the opening day up a little bit? And what has happened is the start of the baseball season and the end of the college basketball season overlap. So having said all that, college basketball is now over. I've returned back home. I've gone on vacation. I've returned back home here to Chicago. I woke up yesterday fired up about baseball, fired up about this Cubs season. I've been here. You've been texting me every so often, Ebo, that Kyle Tucker is that dude.
Yeah.
He has been awesome for the Cubs. That gets me excited. I saw Justin Steele is out for the year. It gets me less excited than Kyle Tucker being awesome. The point is, I'm shifting into a baseball frame of mind, right? In doing so, it has been called to my attention that the Chicago Cubs schedule is just a fucking joke, and I am pissed off about it. The Cubs opened the season, as you might remember, Brandon, in Japan, like 2.5 months ago, playing 2 games in Japan, playing on the other side of the world, playing in Japan. They then opened the real part of the season in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
Then they played in, what is it, Sacramento? Is that where the A's are playing?
Sure.
They play in Sacramento. They come back home, a little homestand. But even when they're home, they're playing like these West Coast teams. Don't really understand what's going on. And then now they're back out west playing the Dodgers and the Padres. What the fuck is going on? What is going on with this schedule? Why are the Cubs playing everybody in the West? Why are they playing them out west? What is happening, Ebo?
You know what's happening next week too, right?
What's happening next week?
The West Coast teams are coming back.
Coming back here. Why are we only playing Arizona and Los Angeles and San Diego? I don't understand. What is this? Is this something that's going on across all MLB? Is this like?
I don't know. Because
why? Can I get one Cardinals game? Can I get division rivals?
And the Reds?
I mean, the balanced schedule has kind of thrown off everything we've known
What's
about,
the balanced schedule?
where basically you play every team at least once.
Oh,
the
so
series.
the Cubs have to play every American League team once.
Yeah. And so now you don't. Well, you also don't play your division 18 times.
And this is why
Every team in your
this is
division.
why I
18
can
times.
fucking stand Rob Manfred, dude. Worst commissioner in sports.
You think?
Worst fuck. Baseball had a perfect system. It was fucking perfect. And listen, I'm anti-DH. I think you got to play both sides, play defense, play offense. If you're out there, you got to be good at everything, right? Somewhere along the line, these fucking TikTok kids were like, I'm bored by pitchers hitting. I don't understand what a bunt is. These fucking dumbass kids had they needed more juice. They needed DH. Let's do the universal DH. Let's appease all these people. But for the love of God, you had the National League, you had the American League. It made total fucking sense. You'd play the exact same teams 7,000 times.
Right.
What happened when you did that, Brandon? It brought about hatred. You learn if you're a Chicago Cubs fan, you learn to hate the Cardinals. Why do you hate the Cardinals? Because you play them 7,000 fucking times in a season. You have to hate them. At a certain point, you're like, every time I turn on my TV, we're playing this exact same team. I got to hate them. It made total sense that you have this league, you have this league. They come together to play the World Series. Somewhere along the line, Rob Manfred lost the plot, and now all of a sudden the Cubs have to play the fucking Tampa Bay Rays. We're playing the Rays? That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. And another thing, I'm pissed off.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So that's it. That's my rant. I was looking at the Cubs schedule. I was excited to get out to Wrigley Field, and I was like, oh yeah, the Cubs are not at home. They're out west again. They're just out west. The Cubs in first in the NL West. Like, what the fuck's going on? Is this just a Cubs problem?
I might have to look deeper into this because this is. I think the Cubs have a more unique problem because they started their season in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So you flew 25 hours across the world.
I thought the Cubs starting in Japan would have meant their first 19 games were at home, and that's just not the case. In fact, they're playing just every single game out west. And then I haven't looked into the rest of the teams, but not only are they playing out west, but like I said, I wanted to play. Can we play some teams around here? Even when we're playing at home, we're playing teams from out west. Go ahead, Brandon.
Thought. Could the Cubs playing the majority of their games out west in April be good for you long term because the weather has fucking sucked?
Right.
Is it because it's cold, so they scheduled warm weather?
Right. They knew it was going to be cold, and they're in warm weather territory, makes the team more used to the warm weather, and then when the warm weather hits in May and June and you got more home games, it's going to be a better summer for you.
It makes sense what you're saying. I don't trust that that's the case.
Okay.
I think you take a peek at the schedule in July.
You're still going to be playing the Dodgers and Padres?
Goddamn, we're out San Diego again.
But also, I feel like when you do the West Coast swing, you do it all as one swing.
That's what I'm saying. I remember the West Coast swings are. It's like, all right, for this week of the schedule, I'm going to stay up late and watch them. Mm-hmm. They've had three West Coast
Too many
swings.
teams on the West Coast.
They did Japan. I guess maybe that was more of an East.
That's so far west that it's.
I think you actually go. You might go north.
It's the middle of April. The Cubs have had 3 West Coast swings. It's too many swings.
And then
I'm pissed off.
That was the pissed off time.
And I'm pissed off about it.
The man's pissed off.
Can I piss you off more? Can I piss on?
Yeah.
Piss
on him. Piss on him, Ebo.
Oh no.
Friday, August 22nd through Monday, September 1st. Your team is also all on the West Coast.
Well, that doesn't. August doesn't even.
But you have not. I'm just preparing.
We
you
have
for
another West Coast.
There is another 10-day West Coast swing.
Okay, so we have. All right, I'm looking at it now. You know what? Let's bring back the reading schedule. We've never done this for baseball. I think we only do it for football. I'm going to read some schedules.
There's 140 games left.
Schedules. The Cubs get back home this Friday.
The whole schedule.
They're out in San Diego right now. They get back home Friday. They're playing the Diamondbacks, West Coast team. Then they're playing the fucking Dodgers again. It's always the Dodgers. Why are we always playing the Dodgers? Then the Phillies. Connor, you going to?
Yes, absolutely. I will be there.
You want to go?
Booking tickets right now.
They're playing the Phillies. Then they're at the Pirates, at the Brewers. When does a division rival come to Wrigley Field? Giants at home, at Mets, Marlins at home. What the fuck? White Sox at home, at Marlins, at Reds. Friday, there it is. Friday, May 30th, the Cincinnati Reds will come to Wrigley Field for a 120 game. That will be the first game against the division rival in Wrigley Field that will take place. Friday, May 30th. If that doesn't get your juices flowing for some MLB baseball, May 30th, fucking Memorial Day weekend, we finally get a division game at home.
The weekend everyone leaves town.
That weekend everybody leaves town to go celebrate the holiday. Unbelievable. I'm pissed off.
I like you getting pissed off.
I'm pissed off, and Ibo, I need you to look into is this
How balanced
do
it
other
is.
teams have this problem? Because if this is just a Cubs problem, I will. If this is just a Cubs problem, I will be a bigger man. I will tap my chest. I'll say this one's on me. I got to get over it. And I'll step away. But I brought this complaint to the room because I thought this is MLB as a whole fucking this up.
I mean,
Ebo, you're a fan of the last
I'm
place
trying
team.
to-
Has your schedule been a problem?
The schedule we've already played the Blue Jays 90% of the games. Like I think we're done playing the Blue Jays until August, which is bizarre. But
I don't like these. I don't like.
it's almost entirely the fault of the balanced schedule because I mean think about it, if you were playing your division rivals 18 times, you weren't really going very far.
Yeah.
Like that's
My ideal baseball schedule is like you alternate a division rival and a non-division rival every series, basically.
So you go
It's just like
Cardinals,
play
then you play the Braves, then you play the Brewers.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, and you just do that all year. And I don't know what that adds up to as far as how many games you're going to play your rival, your division. But I love. I mean, football still divisions still matter, but I love that. That's cool about baseball. That's cool that you can. Like the AL Central is like not that great of a division, but all you got to do is you go into every season. You're like, if we're just better than all the other teams in this division, we'll make the playoffs. We'll win the division. You know, I think division rivalries matter, and I would like to see my team play their division rivals.
I think it's almost intended though to protect like from teams like when the Orioles just didn't give a fuck for 4 years.
And the Yankees got to play the
And
Orioles.
Gleyber Torres got like a fat contract because he hit like 750 at Orioles.
So it's to prevent teams like the Orioles, who are in a pretty competitive division, from saying, "What's the point? We're not going to win the division."
Yeah, and
Anyway.
and also like
if we have to play the Yankees and Red Sox 1,000 times, we're never going to actually win. So let's just not try. So
yeah. But then on the flip side,
Okay.
it's like if you're an or AL Central team and you have to play a bunch of competitive teams while the Yankees and Red Sox, you have to like basically get 18 free wins. Like that's not fair either. So it's like a little competitive balance.
You want to elaborate on your take that you had before the show that nobody
Well,
stood?
I'm eyeing
working
it,
on
but
that?
Yeah, I think like every team might be bad.
And all of baseball.
Yeah, they might just all suck.
Except for the NL West?
Yeah, the NL West, and then it's the Padres. I'm still out. The
Dodgers
jury's
are-
still out on the Giants.
The Dodgers are 12-6 and they're in third place. Or maybe they're more than that.
Like the AL East is bizarre. Like all the teams are around. Even the Yankees went on a little bit of a skid there where they just couldn't win.
But they got
their
torpedo
bats
bats.
weren't torpedoing.
the torpedo bats ran out.
Have the Braves?
Braves are in
won
last
yet?
place. Yeah.
But the Braves are like 5-11, but it's like they won last night. Like they could battle back in the division.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know.
So nobody's really just running away with anything in the American League. Nobody's really showing.
Yeah.
The Mets are off to a good start.
I mean the Angels
look
sneaky 9-6, but like I don't think anyone believes in the Angels
And then the Padres 14-3.
except for me. I said they would be sneaky, not ass, on this show.
Is that believing in somebody? Sneaky, not ass?
Well, everyone was like, "What are they doing? They're signing like a retirement home," and I'm like, "That's sneaky, not a bad strategy."
Sneaky, not ass.
Yeah,
Sneaking on ass doesn't mean good. It just means
There's not ass.
Like, you
not
could-
ass. Like right now, the Marlins are sneaky, not ass.
yeah. I was my thing, I guess, was like, don't be surprised if it's like, oh, they're 4 games out of the wild card, but they're like 2 games under 500 or something.
Yeah.
Come September.
Sneaky,
But
not
sneaky,
ass.
not ass is a very risk-free proposal to call a team because the only way they can really make you look bad is be completely ass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like win 40 games.
it's called playing both sides of the fence.
The White Sox are sneaky, not ass?
Yeah,
Uh,
no, they're ass.
they're
They're
ass.
straight ass.
Okay,
I think
sorry.
they're ass. They're back to being ass. They started out sneaky, not ass.
Okay, all right.
They were tied for first in the division at 2-2.
Well, who's sneaky
I
ass?
believe everybody was 2-2 to start this.
Can you pull the standings back up?
The Rockies are
Straight
ass.
I
straight
think
up
the
ass.
Pirates might be sneaky ass only in the sense that like if you now associate Paul Skeens with them, you would be like, oh, they must be good. They have the best pitcher in baseball, but no.
Is the NL Central as a whole sneaky ass?
Yeah,
'Cause I saw the Cubs we're like minus odds to win the division right now.
Aren't the Cardinals supposed to suck? Look at the fucking run differential for the Cubs.
The Cubs are heavy favorites to win the division. We're
Highest in all baseball.
11-8 right now. You know, the Central just must be sneaky ass. Are the A's are sneaky not ass?
Yeah.
That's a good example of sneaky not ass.
Yeah.
No one's expecting the A's to actually do anything this year, but I think
the White
in
Sox
my
are
brain
ass.
certainly when I hear the A's, if you lose to the A's in any every team that's playing the A's should sweep the A's.
Yeah.
So
They should never win a game.
Are the Rangers sneaky ass? They're 9-7, but their run differential is -19.
The Astros would be sneaky not ass.
Because
They got a losing record, but their run
run
differential
differentials
would
are
suggest that it
good.
should be good because their run differential is the same
Oh
as
wait,
the
but
first
the
place
A's
team.
the A's are -24, so maybe they are just as ass as we think they are.
Yeah.
Who's the top run differential
Look
team?
Well, those are the two teams that have played the Cubs. So that might be a sneaky
who's
loss
like,
to the Cubs.
Can you just go through like who's
Like the
It was
Twins.
Cubs.
Yes.
The Twins are sneaky ass because they were a team that I think coming into this year they thought they had a chance to compete.
Yeah.
But then a lot of injuries piled
but
up.
who is it number one?
And they're
Cubs.
You could just like scroll through and take a peek at who's number one in the run differential.
by a significant margin. There's the Padres.
Oh, there's the Cubs.
Red sneaky, very scary.
Sneaky scary.
If you get them in a playoff series, you should be very concerned.
How can you be sneaky scary? Like they're hiding behind a bush and they're going to jump out?
Like I don't think they're an all-world team, but you run into them in a playoff series and you're like, holy shit, we got to go against Hunter Green and Nick Lodolo in a 3-game series. And it's like they got lockdown pitching.
Mm-hmm.
And they're probably going to be on the road. They won't have to pitch in Great American Ballpark, which is literally Cooperstown West.
What's the macro? Is it? I guess before I even asked the question, I think it just popped in my head. The answer is torpedo bats. But I was gonna say, what's the macro story of baseball so far? Where last year we had thin pants, you could see guys dicking balls.
Yeah.
We had like steals were a thing in the last couple
They were
years.
back.
Where they were back. Is there? I guess
They're back.
it's torpedo bats, right?
I would say the early favor is going to be like Soto in New York switching teams, but I feel like that really hasn't carried. I think a lot of the online culture is kind of over the whole Ohtani thing. Like they're jaded to Ohtani.
The whole Ohtani thing,
Like
being
just the hype
Ohtani's-
machine around the greatest player ever. People are like worn out of Ohtani, which makes no sense.
Ohtani fatigue has set in.
Yes. Where people like the MLB account will post a homer of him and not like an RBI single of a Pittsburgh Pirates player, and people will complain in the comments.
Yeah.
Why would you market this all-time great player like this?
Yeah.
That's kind of the
Doesn't
online
make any
story,
sense.
but it's not based in reality.
Yeah.
Can I?
No, there's no. It's torpedo bats. I don't even know why I asked the question. I was thinking of like, there's no. Like, are we seeing dick and balls through the uniforms? No.
Disappointingly, no.
I think they went back to an old manufacturer.
Yeah.
They snuck the.
I mean, we got
out.
some new City Connects.
They're all bad.
I like the Rockies.
You like
I
that?
like the Red Sox one.
The White Sox literally
Let's see
looks like
uniform.
you
Let's
use
see-
Cole's
pull 'em up,
cash.
Pull them up.
It literally
City
looks like
Connects?
something your mom would buy you with Cole's cash.
Yeah, the Reds. Some of them
Kind of
like
took offense to that.
AI
A
generated.
lot of
as a
my
term.
wardrobe was Cole's cash. Yeah.
AI generated as a term. A lot of people like to just throw at stuff. This does look like a Kmart brand jersey.
That does look like you ask your mom for a Jordan Bulls jersey and it comes back looking like that.
Compared to the South Side jerseys, which were fucking awesome. This is ass.
Mm-hmm.
That's Miami, which I feel like they
Not-
had this jersey.
Not terrible. Not
terrible,
the
yeah.
worst thing I've
The
ever.
Red Sox one
Red
is good.
Sox
My
at all.
biggest complaint with this is that the City Connects, should say the name of the city.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
You should connect to the city.
Right.
Yes.
If this said
The
Boston
city
on
can-
it,
Right.
But is that
and then the Rockies,
green just connecting to the Green Monster?
it's just the Green Monster.
the
with
Green
So it's not City
So it's
Connect.
not
It's
a-
a
yeah.
ballpark.
It's a wall
Connect.
connect.
It has the name of the franchise on the thing that's nodding to the
Yeah.
Not a city.
defining feature of the stadium,
Not-
not the franchise.
The last one that they did said Boston, and it was in the city flag colors, the yellow and blue, which was very jarring, but does
Mhm.
connect to the city.
Okay.
And then this one doesn't say it; just says the team name. The
What's-
Giants had one that came out recently.
What's that
Um,
color scheme?
Evo.
What-
You're the
what-
Colorado guy.
Sunset?
Is that Casa Bonita? Is that a Casa Bonita?
That would have been sick if they did Casa Bonita Rockies
Oh my god,
jerseys.
that would be awesome.
Can't wait to go.
Those are the old other Colorado ones are way better.
Yeah, those ones are cool. I like those. And then their hats were like a state flag kind of situation. The top ones suck.
These are the Astros ones.
Those are good.
They're good, but again,
That's just
they say those are just jerseys.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
People are very eager to hate on jerseys, I feel like.
yeah. They'll hate them in a hurry.
But I think those White Sox ones deserve legitimate hate.
Is that the grid of the city?
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
That's all right. Yeah, I don't hate that.
Their other ones were really good though. They had cherry.
I don't
last year.
I don't like the W though. The W is confusing. It looks like the
If you're gonna roll with the
Cubs,
DC,
like the Cubs thing. Looks like the same font of.
I kind of like that. Washington D.C.
The new Giants ones.
That's just a jersey.
Right, and then the other ones that they had were even worse of just a jersey. At least they have the bridge on the sleeve, but these are sneaky horrendous. The gradient sucks ass.
Yeah, I don't understand the gradient on jerseys.
The
Those are
Diamondbacks
so bad I
are
almost
so
like
bad.
them. Those Giants ones are so bad. They're almost. They're sneaky. They're sneaky, not ass to me.
It is the best time to be a basketball fan. All the thrills and the playoff drama. Are you done sitting on the sideline and ready to win some real cash? Check out Pick Six from DraftKings. When it comes to basketball payouts, DraftKings Pick Six posterizes the competition, including prize picks. When you hit all your picks, you'll score higher minimum payouts on Pick Six than flex plays on prize picks. And best of all, you'll win even more cash if you outscore the competition. Track your picks for a shot at huge cash prizes. That's all there is to it. Pick Six is available in most states, including Missouri, California, Texas, and Georgia, and more. Don't settle for a smaller payout. Switch to Pick Six and cash in your basketball knowledge. New players get 50 in Pick Six credits instantly on just a $5 entry. Basketball playoffs are here. Cash in with Pick Six from DraftKings. Download the DraftKings Pick Six app now and use code FAMILY. That's code FAMILY for new customers. Play $5, get $50 in Pick Six credits. Better payouts, bigger wins. Only with Pick Six from DraftKings. The crown is yours.
I just thought of something. If every team's gonna play every team, Ebo, we got to get rid of the NL AL MVP. We have to.
Yeah,
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any
unify
sense.
the belts.
Unify the belts. Just thought about that.
I think.
Why have two MVPs if there's just one league?
All right, boys, are you ready? Last night, Paige Beckers became the #1 pick of the WNBA draft, and she is headed. Don't say it. She is headed, of course, Ebo and Connor to the
Dallas Wings, formerly the Detroit Tulsa Shock.
All right.
Is that right?
Yeah, that is right. Now, Connor, got to ask, because Angel Reese being the foundational piece of the Chicago Sky, their draft pick last night was a player that Angel Reese and her Haley Van Lith didn't really get along when they were at LSU together. It didn't really go the way they wanted it to. Thoughts?
Doesn't matter.
Why wouldn't it matter? You got two teammates in college that didn't get along and didn't play as well as they should have, and now you're banking on them to be the cornerstone of your franchise?
Yeah. They're adults now. I think Angel Reese has really taken a lot of steps off the court just to becoming an amazing human being.
And those steps are?
And I think she has a podcast now where she's...
That'll do it.
Yeah. Really matured, and she's unapologetically herself. And I think overall it's that sense of confidence. Hello, Blutman. That sense of overall self-identity that she now knows who she is, and I think she's grown as a person where now I think that duo can work, and I'm sniffing a dynasty. That's all I'm going to say.
You're saying what?
This is a real sponsor?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. It's good stuff. He brought me an ad. That was distracting, but he brought me an ad, and it's a big one.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do it in a minute. Yeah.
Connor was not sexualizing women's basketball players.
Not at all.
Not at all. No sexualization whatsoever.
But what were you gonna say?
If
you had to choose,
if you were the GM of the Sky, and it turns out that they actually don't like each other, and you can only have one.
Angel.
Yeah, but on what basis are you picking? Angel.
Talent. No question. Without a doubt, it's Angel.
But let's say you're not the GM of the Sky, and you're just hanging out down by the Sky's building, and they're both walking in, and you have the courage to ask one for dinner. Which one are you asking?
Aliens come down to Earth with the what does he say? The death beam pointed at you, the ray gun. I'm going Angel Reese.
My scenario
Okay.
was fine. Why did you put an alien?
What?
You were saying something about Sedona Prince earlier.
I was not saying something about Sedona. Prince.
So if I'm understanding this correctly, you would have.
I love Angel
You would
Reese.
have Angel, but you would love to see Haley Van Lith go.
No.
You wouldn't love to see you. So who?
You would hate to see her go.
You would hate to see. You would love to watch her.
I don't know what we're doing here. I want them both to have very long, successful
No, I'm
careers in
just
Chicago.
hypothetically, if they
And-
don't get along,
yeah,
which one would you? Which one would you rather?
Angel.
Who would you rather?
Okay.
would
What-
Angel.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
seems like
All right.
he. Why did he say would?
What the fuck the French doing over there? What the fuck the French up to? How you see this? You see this last night? This woman?
Mhm.
No.
I saw this woman.
What are you talking about? I don't know this one.
You haven't seen this woman?
I haven't seen this woman.
You see
Brandon,
this woman?
she's moving a little different.
We got what the fuck? What are they doing over there?
What
Pull
France?
up the I don't know her name. She was number 2 pick.
Pull that up.
Number 2 pick in the draft last night.
And she's
Dominique?
Yeah, Malunga.
Yeah, dude. Get eyes on this woman.
okay. She's there's length. There's length. There's projectability here.
Watch.
She looks a lot taller.
Wait a second.
6'6".
All right. Okay. All right. These are 6'6" moves that I would expect from a woman, though, right?
Where's the find the clip of her dunking?
The dunking clip is.
Is it a dunking? Does she dunk or is she WNBA?
Find the clip, Brandon. Hold that thought. Find the clip of her dunking.
What would you expect it to be like?
I would expect it to be a WNBA dunk where she gets up there and pulls the rim down as the ball rolls in. All right, little head. Okay, well that's better. Little drop.
Brandon, what are they doing in
drop
France?
Step, little drop step. Okay. Yeah.
What are they?
She can dunk.
What? How Wimby? How this? How?
Yeah, they figured it out.
This is not good. This is what I've been trying to say. This is not good. This is France has got something going on over there, and I think the basketball fans in America are just kind of laughing along with it.
Are we
They're
not
just
paying?
like,
Are we
this
not
is
paying
cool.
enough attention to them?
Oh, look how cool it is that we've shared our game with the world, and they're producing these great players. This is terrifying.
So they're going to take over the world.
They're gonna dominate us.
while we cheer them along.
Yeah, we cheer them along. We're gonna lose our grip on basketball.
I'll say it. I don't really follow the WNBA much out of my beloved Chicago Sky. How is she not the first pick overall?
That's kind of what I was thinking. I'm seeing these clips.
How I get Paige Beckers is a great talent. How do you see someone who's 6'6" with those types of post moves
Yeah,
can dunk
I don't know, man.
and she doesn't go first overall?
I don't
Maybe it
know.
was a mistake. Maybe the Dallas Wings messed up.
Somebody said she plays how Angel Reese thinks she plays.
Shut the fuck up. Who said that?
That's
Who
a very-
said that in the chat?
Yendis and the
That is
All right, Yen, you're my op now.
that is true.
That's crazy.
I gotta say this real quick, and then TJ, I'm just gonna say it. Executive decision. Pull up WNBA grid. We haven't been.
yeah. Let's do one for the draft last night.
All right, here we go. Chevy
Whoa!
has packed more capability into the Silverado Trail Boss so that you can pack more fun into your weekend. Have yourself a Friday, a Saturday, and a Sunday with the truck that says no to nothing. Tailgates,
How about that?
spontaneous camping trips, DIY projects, bring it on to the Silverado Trail Boss. The Silverado Trail Boss is built like a fullback. We're talking 495 pounds-foot
You got it.
pounds-foot of torque. It's to tell I'm a car guy. Plus, the Trail Boss gives you an extra 2-inch lift, so maybe Hank can finally dunk. I'm starting to suspect we got a PMT runoff ad here.
Wait a second.
It's because the one said, "Hold on to your sodas, Max." Silverado brings the grit, then pairs it with all the latest truck tech inside and out. The result, a truck that can do it all, then show up on Monday with a story to tell. So learn more about the Silverado Trail Boss on Chevy.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Now hang on a second.
And it says, look at PFT and nod.
Dale Earnhardt's a Chevy guy.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, just
FYI.
connecting some dots here.
We have a grid. All right.
Here
What
we
is that?
go.
Hold on. That's Atlanta Dream?
Yes.
Oh, we're fine. This is
We are absolutely fucked.
that All
All right, there's an easy one. There's an easy top middle's easy. Top middle's easy.
Top middle is Brianna Stewart.
Stewart. Brianna, is that right?
Right?
Yeah, Brianna Stewart, top middle.
Top middle.
Hold on. Let me think through my keys.
Sure.
I don't. Maybe we can use a hard one for an easy one.
I remember who
Okay,
was
we
the.
can. We can.
Okay. Okay. All right. So 4 assists. So a good guard for Sue Bird played for Seattle, right?
Sue Bird played for Seattle. Yeah, surely she averaged 4 assists per game one season.
Yeah. That is Seattle, correct?
That is, yeah. Sue Bird.
All right.
There we go. Sparks, 4 assists per game.
Cappy Pondexter played for the Sparks.
Yeah, but she wouldn't. I would think maybe Candace Parker or Lisa Leslie, like they had the ball in their hands
Parker
all the
feels
time.
right. Candace Parker I like more than Lisa Leslie.
Yeah.
For assists, but who else is out there? Who else do you got? Cameron Brink.
I don't think
they
she's
not
just got
qualified,
all
Did you get hurt too fast?
all tall girls play in LA. Who are the guards in LA?
Cappy Pondexter.
Fuck, dude. Connecticut Sun, 4 assists. You don't think Charlotte Smith?
No, because she
Because she played 1 minute.
right.
That's right. Yeah.
She wouldn't have had enough
She
minutes.
played exactly 1 minute in the
Yeah.
WNBA. That's right.
No, she played 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Uh,
Connor, what do you got?
Absolutely fucking nothing.
There you go, bud.
Did you guys do a grid while we were away?
We did not. No.
this isn't a great.
Fucking throw Candace Parker up there.
Do
Yeah,
Candace
middle
Parker
right,
for
middle right.
Gonna
middle
have
right.
to.
We're gonna
Okay,
There we go.
all right.
All right.
So give me one person who's ever played for the Atlanta Dream.
Asia. No.
That's a whole continent.
A apostrophe J A.
Who's the one we always forget?
Quigley.
No, it's the tall. She plays for the Liberty. The one we always not Martha.
Charles.
Tina Charles.
Tina Charles, dude. Tina
Liberty?
Charles.
She played
Tina
for
Charles,
Liberty.
Connecticut Sun.
I thought she played for the Liberty.
Tina Charles, dude. Who did she play for? Bloodman. You know this.
She did Sun and Liberty.
Blutman, your reputation as number one ball watcher, I think, is online.
Really? Because I know top right is Jordan Canada, but you guys went Sue Bird, the easy way out.
All right, then get it.
I'm sorry. We got a square. You want to get a square? Get one square.
Jordan Canada.
Yeah. You guys work too.
I think Tina Charles maybe for Liberty
Charles,
Sun.
Liberty. I like Liberty Sun for Tina Charles. I like Liberty Sun. Let's do it. Let's just do it. We got to do it. Tina Charles.
Why
right
not?
there. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
That's what's fucking carrying this thing.
All right, I always pull Alyssa Thomas for Sun. She's like a triple double getter. Could she be 4+ assists? She's a big.
Yeah, if she. Yeah, I mean Candace Parker's not a guard, right? Or not a point guard.
Is it?
Alyssa Thomas.
There we go.
There we go, Evo.
All right.
All right.
We're
TJ's got
cooking now.
one.
We're
I've got
cooking now.
one. Mark's got one. Connor, you haven't done shit. And Blutman, you haven't done shit.
Yeah, this is a tough grid for us.
You're from LA.
I'm out of coins too.
But I knew all the Sparks players.
Jordan Quigley.
We knew them
or
all.
Jordan Canada, whatever you said.
Jordan Canada
she play for the
play
Dream?
for the Sparks. He played for UCLA. and
Atlanta
was in
Dream
the
is a blind spot for us.
Yeah,
I don't think the Atlanta Dream is a real.
They won a championship a couple years ago.
No,
know
they
that.
didn't. That can't be true.
That's tough, dude.
What if Jordan Canada played for the Dream?
We don't know Jordan Canada's a real person.
She played for the Storm.
Who's on the Liberty now?
Ionescu.
Ionescu. Has she been on the Liberty her whole?
Oh,
whole time?
the Carly Samuelson for Liberty
Carly
Spark.
Uh-oh.
Liberty Sparks.
Samuelson.
Katie Lou Samuelson.
Carly? Are we sure it's Carly?
Are you,
Carly Lou?
It's one of the Samuelsons.
no, wait.
Whoa. Hold.
Which one is it?
I thought it was Carly.
Okay, if you think
All right,
it's Carly,
then
it's Carly.
Carly.
There's two
Well,
Samuels.
do we have objections?
No, go Carly. If you
didn't know
think
there
it was
was-
Carly, we'll do
I thought
Carly.
it was
Go
Carly.
with whatever Blutman said.
Brianna Stewart.
Let's go with Carly Samuelson right there.
Whatever Blutman said.
You dumb
neither.
It was neither
motherfucker.
Samuelson.
I thought but what?
Finish it out. Just whatever. Doesn't matter.
Teresa.
Who she play for?
Oh my God,
Brianna Stewart
Blutman.
was on there.
Tina Charles also played for the Storm and the Dream.
She played for everybody.
Why don't we say Tina Charles?
Tina Charles needs to be our go-to. for.
This is our free spot in the middle.
Free spot.
I love the
Charles.
guys that get 0 and then give up. Makes me laugh every time.
Oh my God.
0.
Oh, Carl. So
That's on me.
Katie Lou Samuelson, just so we all know.
For almost everybody.
We got the
Sky
two hardest ones.
Wings, Sky Wings, Seattle, Los Angeles, Fever. Those are 5
Fever
teams.
now.
Oh, I
Yes.
knew the Samuelsons have been around the block. How'd neither play for the Liberty?
Oh, come on. We don't have to talk about their.
Last night I just pulled it up. Last night at 6:53 p.m. Central Time, Liam Blutman texted me the following: I would like to announce a playoff puck prediction tomorrow during tomorrow's barge. Is what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're here. Tomorrow is here. The barge has happened.
That time is here.
The floor is yours.
I was watching an electric atmosphere, as Brandon was too, in Montreal, the Blackhawks and the Canadiens, and that arena was buzzing when 19-year-old Ivan Demidov just came over from Mother Russia, plays NHL debut, goal assist in the first period of your debut, no biggie. Guys like that make a difference. That's why I've got Canada's team making the Eastern Conference Final. The Ottawa Senators, led by family member Brady Tkachuk, will go to the ECF. They're going to beat the Leafs in round 1, and they're going to take out the winner of Tampa Bay, Florida in round 2. The Senators are a problem, and nobody wants to face them.
Wow.
Wow.
What a prediction.
Yep. Like that little swerve.
The
Get everyone
Senators
think you're talking
like
about the Habs? Nope.
Wow.
So we've got a battle.
The Senators to the Eastern Conference. They're the what seed?
They're going to be wild card 1.
So we have a battle of Ontario in round 1 with the Maple Leafs and the Senators, correct?
We will, yes.
We have a battle of Florida in round 1.
We will, yes.
Tampa and Florida. We have hold on. So that leaves the Hurricanes. It's the Hurricanes and the Devils.
Yeah.
And that leaves the Caps to play who? The Canadiens.
The Canadiens, unless the Blue Jackets.
The
steal
Canadiens have
spot.
stopped winning, right?
A bit, yeah.
Talking to the mic.
Yeah, a bit. Here and there, they've stopped winning. They should have won last night. They had silly antics. You watched the game, right?
Which game?
Blackhawks Canadiens.
I followed it. You can't watch Blackhawks games.
Correct. Nazar really good.
Yeah,
He's a
good.
freak.
He's good.
He's going to be a
I thought
stud.
Demidov was about to launch the greatest career in the history of hockey there for a while. I mean, he had a point, and then he had an assist, and then a goal in the first 7 minutes, right?
It's crazy to me that the Blackhawks didn't pair him with Bedard. And it's crazy to me that the Canadians didn't take Mishkov the prior draft and have Mishkov and Demidov. But that's what keeps happening in hockey. We talk about it every year here on this show when we get to the NHL draft.
Every single year.
There's a terrific Russian prospect that teams are afraid to pick because they're afraid that they won't come over because they're under contract in the K. Well, then what happens?
They come over.
They come over at 19 years old. What are we doing? You got to stop being afraid to take the Russian prospects.
Yeah.
They're good players, really good players.
Do you have any other, maybe a Western Conference prediction for us?
My Western Conference predictions.
You got the Avs and the Stars. Let's go through this.
Yep.
Avs and Stars.
We have a matchup happening for the 4th straight year.
Who is it?
The Kings and Oilers are playing for the 4th
No
straight
way.
year in the first round. We got to stop with the playoff format, yeah?
Yeah, it's divisional, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
What's the? I don't know this. What's
It's not 1 through 8. It's divisional. It's D1
1, 2,
versus
3.
Yeah.
WC1, WC2.
Why?
1, 2, 3.
Why?
Talking to the mic.
Oh,
Why?
sorry. The mic's the funny one today.
Move it.
Was the system broken?
The system's a wee bit broken. Yeah, it'd be my one NHL thing I'd monitor it.
Bloodman talking to the.
Was it? It was broken.
Yeah. The
1 through 8 was broken.
No, 1 through 8's good. 1 through
Well, that's
3.
that's what I'm saying. Was it broken that we needed to do this?
No, this was Bettman's bad idea.
Bloodman, that's a little loud.
Brandon Walker.
They should go back to 3 divisions.
No.
Yeah.
We should.
Talking to the mic.
That'd fix everything.
1 through 3.
I can barely hear him.
I just Whatever. Kings Oilers are playing for the 4th straight year. It's very annoying. Should it happen? Probably not. What the Oilers do yesterday, so many of their guys are out hurt. Philip Deneau on the Kings says, yeah, they had their B team just trying to straight up injure us and harm us.
Now let me ask you this about these Edmonton Oilers. Would you say that their only two options right now are to nut up or shut up? Or is there a third option that I'm not thinking of?
There's a third option, actually. It's Unleash Boob Girl.
Unleash Boob Girl.
Yeah, that's their only hope.
Okay.
Ekholm's going to be out for the year. Draisaitl and McDavid are banged up. They just signed Colin Lane Hudson's brother come up from BU to play for them. They're pushing the panic button.
Do you think if they don't win it all this year, they might have to blow it up? Are they a candidate for that, or are they just going to run it back?
No, I don't think they will
like,
because I think it's very difficult to blow up a team with two of the best players in the world.
Yeah, but something's not working.
Correct, because they don't have any depth.
So blow it up.
They're not built to win the cup.
Mm-hmm.
Well, shouldn't you win the cup?
They got to Game 7 last year.
Yeah, and they didn't win it.
Shouldn't you win it?
I don't think that they have what it takes to win, though. I don't think that they're built.
So
This is the same thing as last year.
Draisaitl going to win MVP?
Yeah.
If they don't win it this year,
Or Hellbuck.
Yeah. Okay.
they're just going to run it back.
Yeah, they'll
All
keep running it back, and they'll keep trying to sign.
I'm not saying that.
cheaper. Here's a funny thing they did last year. Titus, Brandon Walker, puck listeners, they cut ties with Dylan Holloway. All right, Dylan Holloway, we're gonna have to pay him a bit too much. We don't want to do that. He's not kind of what do you do for St. Louis this year? Igniting that flame in St. Louis has
they're in Calgary. The Flames playing Calgary.
All right, we're on to the next topic.
What?
Dylan
Oh,
Holloway.
but that was it?
Dylan cutting ties with Dylan Holloway was all-time brain dead. They made a mistake. He's killing it for St. Louis.
Who's the favorite? Who's the betting favorite to win the Stanley Cup?
The favorite to win the cup, betting favorites, honestly, probably Carolina, which I highly disagree with. But
well, let me find that out for you, Mark.
Or it's probably Carolina.
Well, I'm going to be able to tell you guys if you'll just wait just a second. Vamp for me, Blutman.
Yeah, so probably
the favorite is the Dallas Stars.
Really?
The Dallas Stars. Your favorite
I was trying to.
The Carolina Hurricanes are 6th, Blutman. Not even close to first. Yeah.
Well, I'm not a Hurricanes believer, but analytics love the Hurricanes, and betting odds usually love the Hurricanes.
You're a Hurricanes pancake eat.
Yeah, I'm not gonna have to eat pancakes.
I get it.
All right.
The Stars I'm surprised by because the Stars have to play Colorado in the first round.
The Stars are
going to win this thing?
Plus 650. The Panthers are plus 800. The Avs 850. The Lightning 900. The Oilers 900. The Hurricanes 900. Vegas is 10-1. The Caps are 11-1. The Jets are 11-1. I like the teams in that range more than I like the top.
Can you pick a team from Canada to win the cup though?
Yeah, but one year it's going to happen, and you want to be the guy holding it when it happens, right?
Titus is the safest of our 40 pancake teams. He is the Blue Jackets.
Blue Jackets, where are they?
They're fighting to get in.
Plus 40,000 right now to get.
Oh, really?
Yeah. TJ is the most.
They're not going to make the playoffs?
No.
Why?
Because they
I
slid off. As soon as you took them, they slid off.
Fantilli.
That's fucked up. I thought everybody made the playoffs.
Who are the teams?
I thought the new format.
So TJ has the Oilers. They're 9-1.
Okay.
Connor has the Devils.
Oh, I think I took the Wild.
We're 30-1.
You did take them.
Liam has the Hurricanes, who are 9-1. So the two people at risk the most are TJ and Liam. I have the Kings who are I have the Kings who are 20-1. You have the Blue Jackets, Mark, who are plus 40,000, and then Brandon had the Wild, who
I actually
35-1.
The Kings are pretty frightening.
They're 20-1.
Yeah, they're frightening though.
Okay. You want to do that one?
We need closer to figuring out the waffles.
What are you talking about?
All right. Lucy is.
I was going to do
Lucy
it Friday.
is the obvious choice for the true nicotine pouch connoisseurs. That's why they're
Do
the
that one on air. We don't do that one on air. Ebo.
That's my bad.
What? Okay.
Got another one?
Good.
I was going to do it Friday, and then
Yeah.
you guys said, hold off.
Hold off. I was asking.
Have you figured it out?
Figuring it out. It's a simple question.
Yeah,
You gotta get all
let's do it
fussy
this
about
Friday.
it. No, we can't do it this
Can't
Friday.
do this Friday, dude.
But this is what happens. The longer it takes for us to do it, the more people call me a pussy because they think I'm pushing it off. I was the one who wanted to do it right away.
Also, Cody is like adamant he's not going to Florida.
Yeah.
Cody's not going
He
to
just
Florida?
keeps saying, I'm not going.
That's the part of...
Cody, get in here.
If we decide Cody's going to Florida, his ass is going to Florida.
Why would he not want to go to Florida?
That is the biggest hang up with this tar and feather is that he doesn't want to go to Florida.
But
It's not the public
probably
embarrassment.
expense the trip.
He just keeps being like, I'm not going.
He's going to Florida.
His issue, he saw Jacob just never go to Muncie, so he thinks he could do the same thing.
Yeah, but Jacob,
Oh,
we don't
from the-
give a damn about Jacob. Going to Muncie? I mean, that's...
What? You're not going to Florida?
No, I'll just do it here.
No, you're going to Florida.
Why don't you want to go to Florida? You could get.
Why can't I just do it here? It's
Florida's
the same
beautiful.
fucking thing.
Well, it's not because it's going
not.
to Florida.
You have to be publicly shamed in the town square.
Mm-hmm.
And you see their town square is not here.
Have you ever seen the beaches of Gainesville?
Green screen.
It's in Gainesville.
All right.
Oh, so you're going?
Whatever you guys want me to do, I'll just fucking be a clown for you. Whatever you want me to do, I'll do.
Oh, good. That's what we wanted.
That's all right.
Dance a little bit.
The tone felt a little sarcastic,
Right.
but the words he was saying were the words I wanted to hear.
Right.
So all right, yeah, that works.
All right. Pleasure doing business.
All right.
Cody, come here. Say something real funny. Say something real funny right now.
Cody, you all right? You all right? I don't know if he's all right.
He wanted to be the big dog pissing off the fucking porch into the fucking road.
Yeah, he's
listen,
just
man.
a little puppy.
Can I do the waffles on Friday?
No, dude. We have
What?
because we're gonna get it sold. We're going to
Not gonna
get.
get it sold.
We're not-
Stop moving the fucking mic.
The mic
moving
moved
the mic?
on its own.
We're not getting it
We
sold
are getting it sold.
because
I don't know what makes you think that
Me
you
and
know
Mark
more
might
than
buy
I don't know what makes you think that you know more than I do. We're getting it sold. We're getting guests, and we're not doing it Friday. So
it better be before the Star Wars murder mystery. I'm not waiting
you can't
that long.
You can't
to do
eat waffles after you've post Mexican Star
Can I
Wars
just
world.
walk. It's not Star Wars Murder Mystery this year. It's Mexican Star Wars.
Mexican Star Wars murder mystery. Yes.
Right. Okay. Just making sure because
it's
I don't want you
another-
to think you can just phone in the same thing you did last year.
No.
This is Mexican Star
Yes,
Wars.
Mexican Star Wars.
But there is a murder mystery.
yes.
Oh,
Also, why would you
I
want to do Mexican Star Wars on a full tum-tum?
No, but I'm saying I don't want to wait another 2 or 3 weeks. Like I just want to get it over with. Like I want to do it.
Is everybody
Connor's
here?
saying it's waffle season right now, and everybody's
Yes.
primed for waffles.
And the window for waffles is narrowing by the day.
yeah.
And every day I get people calling
Here's
me
the
a pussy
thing,
because I
Connor.
haven't had waffles. I want to eat the
Don't-
waffles.
hey,
I'm
all
going
of
to
you
eat
out
the
there,
waffles.
Stop.
Whatever you do.
Yeah.
Do not call Connor a pussy for not eating the waffle.
I would have done it last week.
He's not a pussy.
Here's the problem,
In
Connor.
Connor's defense, you guys are saying, what's the update on waffles, and then not telling him he can't do it.
Exactly.
Me and
I walked away from the show last week when we were talking about it. Less.
What's the time value of waffles? 'Cause
TJ.
there has to be interest payments on these waffles, right? There's got to be we're at 40.5 waffles at this point.
he's just dragging it out and dragging it out.
It's crazy.
Every time we talk about the waffles on the show,
how-
I
is there a
feel
new
less
development or not?
clarification. I'll do it Friday.
Not Friday.
Can't Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
Friday's
There is no planning that needs to go into it. I'm gonna eat waffles. I'm gonna throw
Friday's
up.
already
I'm
got
gonna
a thing.
be-
Friday's already got a thing.
Fucking thing. We're planning so it's a spectacular. It's just there's a ton of planning that goes into it.
We'll make it spectacular. It can be put together.
What you're
within a
saying
day.
is like if a movie was going to win the Oscar and they're like, just give it to me already. Just give it to me. No, we have to have a ceremony. We have to have this.
Yeah, just fucking just release it. Just let it go. No, dude. No. There's got to be lead up. There's got to be promo. So when would you like to do it?
There's a process here, man.
We can build up the promo for Friday.
See the owner of Waffles tweeted at you?
Yes, I did, or at least his son. Shout out to this place, by the way. I didn't mean to throw
Hey
them under
Connor,
the bus or
owner,
anything.
son of Chicago Waffles here. Glad to see you passed one of our locations today. Heard you need to eat some. 40 to be exact, I believe. Waffles after Florida won the title. Good thing we specialize in waffles. That would make sense if you're going to call your place Chicago Waffles.
Yeah.
Let's get this set up at one of our locations.
There you go.
See, and this is
Did you say you threw them under the bus? You gave them free publicity. I mean, that's good.
Well, I said this was the last thing I wanted to see today. I have nothing against that spot. I've never been there, but it does look
Why
like
don't
a
you wanna
nice little
see it?
shop. Because it just says waffles in plain text, and I every single time I hear the word waffles now, I just want to eat the 40 waffles and get it over.
40 waffles.
We should have
That's-
already done the waffles then. What are you dragging this out for?
We'll do it Friday.
What who was?
We're not doing it Friday.
We're not. We're
Then when the fuck are we
We're
going to
not
do it,
doing
Brandon?
Friday's Pizza Pancake Day.
We can't do it Friday.
It's the last Friday of Lent. I'm not eating meat at all. I'll just eat waffles.
Does that go along with the spirit of Lent?
yeah,
Just gorge yourself on waffles?
It's not meat. I would have gotten a Filet-O-Fish if
What
not
have you-
for the waffles.
What have you been
Part of the dogma to eat waffles on.
What you been eating?
I do on Fridays. I typically do like a Filet-O-Fish. We got fish and chips
Friday.
on Friday, which
I
was
did not.
great.
I did not participate. I got chicken tenders.
He was a pussy.
Pizza is another big thing on Friday during Lent.
Moving on. Casey Musgraves is horny. What was that?
She just tweeted out. She's like, "Can you die of horniness?" And I agree. Yeah, absolutely.
What's a question? How could you agree with the question?
I agree with the sentiment
With the
behind
sentiment
the question.
that
yeah.
what's the sentiment?
You've almost died of horniness?
There was a time.
Is it possible to die of horniness asking for a friend, and you agree with that?
Yeah, and I absolutely think it's something that needs to be addressed more because
Condor tried to be a Make-A-Wish kid in high school. Himself, he's like, I think I might be dying here. I'm so fucking horny.
I guess
I want to meet John Cena before I go.
I guess I gotta ask, how's she horny?
I don't know.
What do you mean?
Does she?
Stars can be horny. Stars can struggle with intimacy, and they're people just like us.
What is she a good singer? Could we?
Very good.
Can I see TJ? Could you Google?
Can we see how good of a
Google
singer she
image
is?
search some of her songs?
We need to see how good of a singer she is.
So I get a look at how talented she is. Oh yeah, great singer. That's great. Yeah.
Oh yeah, good solid singer.
I would.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go listen to her albums when I get home. I think. In the privacy of my own home. All right, that's the show. Connor will eat waffles at some point. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
It's taking forever, man.
Figure it out. We'll be back tomorrow. See you guys.
That's how ball is done.
It's gonna be okay.